I've been waiting for this to talk about this for weeks. We've been talking a little bit about it. NVIDIA. It's NVIDIA.
Yep.
We said we were going to bring it to you on this Stock Watch Sunday. The stock split is here, folks. Has it not felt like forever that we've been waiting for the stock split to come? So Cleveland Cliffs has a 4-to-1 stock split coming up. And if you had no idea about this, I don't know where you've been, people, but it's been on a tear. And this technical breakdown is going to be interesting, but I'm going to talk about the split, and then I'm going to talk about how I'm trading it, how I anticipate trading in it, because some things happened that changed the last time we spoke about this.
Yeah.
So May 26th, NVIDIA announced a 4-to-1 stock split. This is the 5th company stock split in history, the last one being in 2007. All right, so they had a split in 2000, 2001, 2006. Those were all 2-for-1. 2007, they had a 3-for-2 split. And so this will be the 5th in company history. And so since May 26th, so you're talking about 14 years since they've had one. Since May 26th, the stock has gained to its high 31%. So it's gone as high up as 31%. And we were talking about how this is insane, this move.
Yeah.
And we were going to wait. However, Brad, it's actually given back half of those gains. So it's only up about 15% from where it stood on May 26th, which makes this a little bit more interesting. For comparison, I tried to look at competitors because I'm trying to figure out where would this have been if it had not been for this stock split. I think it still would have been up since May 26th. AMD is probably the best example we can take. AMD is up 10% during that time. So it's closer.
Yeah.
If it was still at 30%, AMD was up 10%, I'd have been like, don't touch this thing. I still am not going to touch it into the split. So on Tuesday, you will see 4 shares in your account. For me...
For every 1 share you own.
Yeah. For every 1 share you own, a 4-to-1 split. So it'll be split adjusted on Tuesday. The thing about these things is it doesn't matter when you have the stock. Like a dividend, it matters to be on record, whatever. But you just want to figure out when the move's going to happen. Here's my prediction. I think we still see a sell-off. I think we see a fairly sharp sell-off.
Yeah.
I would say, if I was in it, I would sell pre-market on Tuesday. Because I think it's still going to, I don't think it's going to sell off pre-market. I think it's going to sell off later in the day after open. And so I'd be interested to see, I think there might be a pop that first hour. And I think after 10, 11 o'clock, I think we're going to see it come down. And then I think they're going to see continual moves of it coming down. So I personally want to get into it. I'm going to wait to see if it comes down to $150 a share, where right now, if it's split at Friday's price, it would be at $187 a share.
Yeah, so $150 a share post-split.
Yep.
Just to clarify. So we're looking at the chart here, and I still think that there's room for this to come down. I mean, the 200-day moving average is all the way down here, and I'm just going to speak in the prices that we're at right now to save confusion. But right now here at 586 is the 200-day moving average, and that's quite a drop from where it is even at 726. The 50-day moving average is now at 697. So even if you're just going to say, well, maybe it comes down to the 50-day and corrects, that's still quite a ways to go for this thing. Now tomorrow, I think, Fat Manson, we could see a potential dead cat bounce, which if you guys aren't familiar with, it's like when you see overreactions like this, you end up trying to, the buy the dip people will come in and start buying this thing up. I think that that's possible.
You think it's going to dip tomorrow before the split?
No. I think that tomorrow we see that dead cat bounce.
Okay, so
because of how much it's come down over the last 3 days.
Yeah.
So I think that we could see this little pop, and then it's going to roll over.
I agree.
After the split. So I watch for the retest of the 50-day. If it doesn't retest that area on the 50-day moving average, I think that there's. And it fails to bounce off of there. I think there's a potential for this to come down to 650. And don't discount the fact that the 200-day moving average could come back down too. People thought that it wasn't going to happen on Tesla after it was at $900, and it did come all the way back down to 450s.
Well, and let me be clear, because we do need to know post-split numbers. It's going to be at around $185. You're saying if it comes down to the 200-day moving average, it's going to be at 146. That's what it breaks down to.
Yeah.
So we're both agreeing that we would wait till after the split.
Yes, I would.
It's going to be at around, if it stays the same, it's going to be around $187. Listen, we both agree that I'd be shocked if tomorrow it closes red. I'm pretty sure it's going to close green tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I feel confident that Doesn't matter what happens Tuesday. I think it's going to close out red on the week.
Yeah.
So we have it on the watch list, not because we think it's going to go off. We think that it's going to go down and it's going to present an opportunity. If this thing comes below 150, you bet your ass I'm getting in this.
Yeah, more or less a game plan for this one. I think this should be something to definitely watch for, and it's more or less if this happens, then this action gets
And
taken.
we love this stock.
Oh,
We love
my
it.
God, yeah, for sure. But it's just gotten way ahead of itself, it seems like. Now, I think the one big thing that throws a wrench in all of this thing, what happens if we see a split and then right after the ARM acquisition goes through? Like, that would be crazy.
I know. That would be crazy.
So-
that would be insane.
We have all these scenarios, and all of a sudden the ARM deal goes through, and then you just throw it all out the window.
Yeah, absolutely.